Hello everybody, my name is JBeetle. Welcome to Firewatch. It's a game you might have heard of because it's been out for a while. As a matter of fact, as of this recording, it's sold about 1 million copies. Captain, the one that I played Don't Starve with, which I will also continue to do, by the way. I'm not done with that. The one that I played Don't Starve with has bought me the game. I said if someone bought me the game, I would play it. So here we go. Campo Santo presents Cooperation with Panic Incorporated. All I can remember of this game is I wanted it. I wanted to get a copy, Boulder, Colorado. I wanted to get a copy, but they wouldn't give me one. And I didn't really want to spend the $20. I know it's a good game, I know it is, but oh well. You see Julia. Oh, I had to click on that. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So, what's your, major? You're pretty. I want to go with the apparently shy approach. You're pretty, she says coolly. You are not. You are a future hangover. What? You reply, confused. Someone should buy you a cheeseburger, she says. She flags down a waiter, and 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Wow, okay, that went quickly. I got a girlfriend. Last time I was in an elevator like this, I was in Soma, and then I ended up waking up in a robot body. Thank you. Hello? I should probably turn up the volume more than I thought. Oh well, I can fix it in post. Alright, here we go. Hello? Yeah, the one thing I remember about it is that Toyota or some car company got some flack because they used the art style. As a matter of fact, they stole one of the flyers from this game that was like the bright red and orangey looking, like the game looks like. What did I do? Did I just go in the wrong direction? Yeah, they stole it. It was pretty bad. Oh, I went all the way out. I'm hoping I'm not the first one to do that. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Hey, it's like me. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Okay, I know as well as anyone else. I want to get the one that she wants. Bucket's a good dog. And a week later, you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. I imagine that's how it would go. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer. 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Oops. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple little idiots. Oh, Well, I love you, so. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. Yet here I am at Thoroughfare Trailhead. You're in their country. Learn to live with bears. Do not forget to check in. No fireworks. Thoroughfare Trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. Well, you know what? I'm pretty experienced because I got a backpack. I've heard critiques of this as being a walking simulator, but I'm fine with that. 1980. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. Oh no, neither. I'm going to show my frustration. You call her an inconsiderate asshole. Whoa. She tells you to fuck herself. Well, that would work. She tells you to fuck yourself and to not be such a baby. You call her selfish. She knows you mean it, and it hurts her feelings. 1981, Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like a He-Man, or you frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. You know, I'm gonna be a He-Man. You look awesome. Thanks. Thanks, game. I do. I have to imagine this little intro ends with her not being around anymore, and that makes me sad. So beautiful. The art style looks like the filter you put on your phone when you're trying to go to sleep. It's like all like an orange filter. 2 forks, fire lookout. Okay, I'm gonna hop. You have thick Pixar fingers. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Fuck dog. What? Bucket gets kicked. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away or you beat his goddamn face in. I wonder what I would do in real life, but I'm gonna beat his goddamn face in. Your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You do not want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. Oh man. I'm waiting to see what actually is important. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Oh, I can't convince her to not take the job. And I can't agree if she commutes back and forth. She's gonna say no either way. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. See, that's what I would say, because I'd feel guilty otherwise. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. That's not commuting to work, really. Whatever. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him 2 days prior. Oh no, it's mental illness. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to... No, I'm gonna confront it. After seeing multiple doctors having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. Both decide to keep it a secret. Oh gosh. I bet it doesn't even, it lets you decide. I bet the actual game starts at the end where you're not really sure why you're in the Firewatch person. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. 1987. Her affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason. It has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn child little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. Unborn child? Oh, children. So they haven't actually. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, Your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. Ugh. 1988, the year I was born. JBeetle. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the two. Weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggested Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her. I gotta move her. I don't know. Poor Julia. You already know the name of the game is Firewatch, so it's really not necessarily about Julia. But you also would have to assume that, or I would have to assume that it wouldn't just be as simple as watching fire. Like, I know that's not what Firewatch means anyway, but... But I mean, it's not as simple as protecting the land. Being a forester. Being Smokey the Bear. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day, then every other day. Oh, you go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I'll cut your balls off. You slowly decide to not see your old friends as much. A year later, Julia's sister, Susan, moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it. If you won't see a therapist, you won't. You've always really liked Susan. Oh, gosh. Months go by, Bucket dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less, and seeing her less and less makes her forget you more, you think. Which is not the case. That's not how it works. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. Please say it's this one. I want to get out of this sad stuff. Of course, I have family with dementia, so it's not nice. Enter the lookout tower. Finally. I think this is... I know there was a demo for the game, like before release, and I think sort of this is where it started. I didn't watch people's playthroughs because I hope to one day play it on my own, which I am. But I know that the little I watched of Modi's sort of starts like this, and you get kind of acquainted with this area. I imagine most of you are watching this now and have already seen it. If you haven't, enjoy the ride like I am, because I have not passed this sort of area.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Yeah. Hello. Where are you? So these things are labeled, but there
Two Forks Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower. Come in.
Shut up. Oh, I just throw it on the ground. And I think her name's like... Oh, Delilah, yeah. It does say that already. Hi. Hold left shift. Hello. Really oh, okay.
Hello? Whoever this is?
Hello.
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
He sounds so sad.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you right now. Okay, so with the examine, that's essentially what it is. I didn't think it would literally be what you would do if it would be actually on a pine cone.
Fine. But I'm gonna take a second here and have a guess about you. Let's see. I don't know anything about you, but 9 times out of 10, folks out here simply got dumped.
Huh, is that it?
Close?
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
Firewatch. So I do know that even though this is a walking simulator, so to speak, there's a lot of things that you don't have to go after. But if you want to learn more of the story,
Henry.
then you
Well,
will.
I guess good afternoon.
That's the most I
Probably
can
slept
expect
like
from
a
a
rock.
walking simulator.
Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
Well, I don't want to yet. I want to examine things. Oh, it's Julia. I can't pick it up, and her face is in the way. Is it never going to actually reveal what her face looks like? Oh, you look so sad there, too. Whatever. Hold left shift to activate the radio. I already know that.
Hey, sorry. Guess I slept in.
You got a relaxing, 14 hours of sleep? Whew.
Yeah, Jesus. I guess it's 6?
6:45.
Whoops.
Don't worry about it. That hike puts everyone out of commission for a day or two. But now that you're up, let me quickly get you acquainted with the job. There's a thing in the middle of your room with a round map on it. Do you see it?
Yep, I already know where that is. Report close to the... I already freaking am.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
This is the Osborne Firefinder, invented in 1914 by W.B.
Osborne?
You use this to spot, you guessed it, What the fuck?
What is it?
Nothing. You use this to... Oh, fuck me!
Good God, language, lady.
Out your west-facing window. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I don't know where West is. I
Those
imagine
fucking
that's the idea.
fireworks?
Oh. I picked it. Zoom in. And use compass. Oh, that's how you figure it out.
I need you to confirm.
What?
Do you see them?
Yes, I do.
Whoa, that's not legal, right?
No. You need to get down there right now and stop them. Fire danger is through the fucking roof.
Is that really my job?
Your job is whatever I say it is. Look, the closest ranger is like 2 days away. Go down there and set him straight.
Okay. Let's take a look real quick at everything that we can here.
Do you think you can handle that?
Yes!
Like, kick the shit out of him sort of straight?
No. Jesus, no.
What? I'm not a cop. It's not like I've got a rule book over here.
Just make sure they don't do it again. Take their shit.
All right, fine.
Don't feed anyone a knuckle sandwich. Get going. You'll probably need a rope to get down the shale between you and the lake, if I remember right.
Probably need a rope.
There should be one in the supply box on the way. The code is 1234. It's actually that for all of them.